Braille 1 course, UMass Boston. Teaching Remedial Braille. The development of Braille skills does not always happen smoothly in every student. There are many situations that will require special strategies and remedial efforts. It is not uncommon for students to have problems tactily perceiving the Braille cells. Two of the most common perceptual errors are reversals and inversions. Braille reversals occur when the student reads one cell or group of cells as the mirror image of the cell or cells. Examples of this are reading the letter E for the letter I, D for F, SH sign for M, friend FR for wood WD. Inversions occur when the student reads the Braille cell upside down. Examples of this are reading the letter P for the letter V and the BLE sign for the TH sign. There are several remedial techniques that can be used with students who are experiencing perceptual difficulties. The tracking exercises from the Mangle Developmental Program of Tactile Perception and Braille Letter Recognition can often be used successfully with older students. The Braille Code Recognition materials from APH are specifically designed for students in grades 5 and above who are having difficulty with Braille. One technique that can be used in the classroom is to have the student read aloud with the teacher, taking turns reading every other sentence. This enhances the word recognition, comprehension, and speed of the fingertips. Speed affects Braille reading mechanics, forcing the fingers to read in a smoother left-to-right motion. Following the context is important for Braille readers as there are no pictures to enhance the text. It is a fact that reading Braille is slower than reading print. If a child is struggling too long with one word, the flow of the sentence and context may be lost. When that happens, the context cues cannot be used for decoding. Sometimes students have difficulty feeling Braille. Tactile sensory deficit is a diminished or dull sense of touch. This is mostly experienced by individuals who are elderly or have a medical condition such as diabetes. Braille will be used primarily with these individuals for functional purposes such as labeling and lists. Scrubbing is common for people with tactile sensory deficit and usually cannot be remediated. Using jumbo Braille on thermoform plastic paper is a technique that is often successful for teaching Braille to students with this condition. Students who scrub but do not have tactile sensory deficit can usually eliminate the up and down motion through the remedial techniques discussed earlier in this video. Tactile defensiveness is an altogether different condition from tactile sensory deficit. Tactile defensiveness occurs from a heightened, uncomfortable sense of touch. It is frequently observed in individuals born with retinopathy of prematurity. These individuals are helped with their tactual discomfort through specialized programs of brushing administered by sensory motor integration specialists. These students resist touching and will use only a light touch. Individuals with tactile defensiveness may be excellent Braille readers because of the light touch they use when reading Braille. Some students will require special Brailler adaptations to write Braille. The Perkins Brailler is available in several modes. There is a one-handed model and an electric Brailler. Extended keys can be attached for using less pressure or writing with one hand. The new Braille computer note-takers have the ability to be operated using one-handed mode. Teaching Braille to an older student who has lost their vision requires different techniques and strategies for learning Braille. This student will have visual memory and may tend to visualize in their mind what the Braille cell looks like spatially. It is important that tracking exercises are introduced first to develop the left to right discrimination of tactile attributes of Braille and to avoid scrubbing. When teaching Braille to a student who once read visually, you will be working with a student who already knows how to read. Materials will need to be selected that will be interesting for the older reader while they are mastering the code. High-interest, low-vocabulary materials and a language experience approach are often very successful with this population. Teaching Braille and working with remedial techniques will allow a student to develop to their fullest potential. Success will be the result of a steady continuation of teaching. Learning Braille may take longer with some students, but the results will be just as rewarding. Teaching Remedial Braille, narrated and produced by Sandy Smith, UMass Boston.